Tracy, Colin, good morning. A consistent amount of snow coming here in Lewis Center on North High Street. Now I want you to walk with me. Just look at the amount of snow here. We got a solid 3 or 4 inches here. I mean, it's just going even past my boots right here. These back roads that aren't the main road too, the plows haven't necessarily gotten to them, so the conditions of them aren't great. And if we take a look over here, this is the main road of North High Street. You can see a lot of slush. It's icy, it's snowy, still a lot of cars around, but not as much as we'd expect. Again, we've been saying this all morning. If you don't need to be out on the road, stay inside and be safe, and give yourself lots of time if you do need to be out to get to your destination. We'll continue tracking the conditions out here, but for now, Tracy, Colin, back to you.
Kristen, thanks for that. I drove in from Delaware County. It was quite a mess this morning.
And we're not done with it yet.
Okay, brace yourselves,
yeah,
friends.
we still got several more hours of the snow. We're starting to gradually get some totals coming on in. And to what Kristen said, about 3-4 inches is what most areas have. But you head south towards Pickaway County. Some areas now are 5, 6, even near 7 inches. This is what we're looking at, though, for the rest of the day. Snow will be ending between about 1 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so still got several more hours of this before all is said and done. An additional 2 to 3 in the metro, and then, man, that gusty wind. It's going to be so brisk and so windy out there, especially as we head into the afternoon. Wilmington, so far, over 5 inches. Here in Grandview Heights, 3.6 inches, and then also in Zanesville, about 5 inches. I got these totals at about 4:45. That was about a half hour ago, so I'm going to have to update these here in a couple of minutes for you. Additional snowfall, though, once you get north into Delaware County, 1 to 2 more inches out there, and then 2 to 3 down here in the blue. That includes all of Franklin County, maybe a little bit more as we head down towards Pickaway County. All right, as we look outside right now, we're looking at some heavier snow bands here in that dark blue, but we are getting some drier air kind of eating away at some of the moisture right now. And as we go ahead and look at this, you can see that as we head off to the east, we are looking at some pretty heavy snow out towards Glenford. Somerset looking at some pretty good snowfall as well. And then Buckeye Lake just had a very heavy snow band move on through. Here's the town of Thornville. You guys are getting some moderate snowfall right now as well. Off to the south, we have some more heavy bands. They've been getting whacked down here in Chillicothe. Some very heavy snowfall. Same thing in Circleville. But right now we have a dry slot moving in, so things might be not snowing quite as heavily for the next half hour. Here's your system right here, and the one thing I want to point out, here's your low. Off to the west, we still have snow in through Illinois, so we have a lot of storm left to go. So if you're thinking that it's winding down, you're wrong. We still have several more hours before things are all set and done. Keep in mind, we do have, for some areas, that level 1 snow emergency. That means that the roads are hazardous out there. There could be blowing and drifting snow. Level 2 is going to be travel only if necessary. And then, of course, that level 3, which we do have that level 3 emergency for some counties. That means that arrests could be made for violators who are traveling during that snow emergency. So be very careful with that. Through today, though, still tracking the snow. Notice that 8:30, the heaviest snow is down to the south. Logan, MacArthur, Circleville, London, really getting that heavy snowfall. By 12 o'clock, it's not really snowing that much up here. Down here, though, it's snowing very heavily. It's going to be pounding snow in Chillicothe in Jackson come lunchtime. And then it's not really until about 3 o'clock we start wrapping this puppy up as that back edge starts to roll on through the area. Then a few leftover flurries by 5:30 this evening. Today, though, look at the percentages, though. High chance of snow at 10 o'clock, and then by 4 o'clock, finally, the chance of snow is going to be much lower. So it's not going to be snowing out all day long. Getting ready for the 7-day forecast, you'll see that the bitter cold is set to move in. The snow that we get today, more likely than not, will be on the ground for at least a couple of weeks.